What is going on, guys, and welcome to episode 11 of this crazy monsters backyard baseball season. In this episode, we're taking on the Hornets. In the last episode, we beat the Wombats 15-1. Our previous meeting was actually 2 weeks ago against these Hornets, where we beat them 11-0. Let's go ahead and look at the standings. We're sitting at 11-0. 3 games above the Giants, while the Hornets are sitting at 6-5, 2 games behind second place. So it's going to be a big game for both teams as we get ready to go into the game. Again, for this, I actually had to record it at a different day, so I'm turning off the chatter and the player talk. But let's go ahead and jump into the game. Welcome back to Parks Apartment number 2 as we have the Crazy Monsters taking on the Green Hornets. In the first game of this series, the Monsters beat the Hornets 11-0 as Amir Khan steps up to the bat. First pitch swinging up the middle, and he's going to be on first. So leadoff single for Amir Khan. Next up is Pete Wheeler. Earl Abbott is the pitcher for the Hornets as Wheeler swings and misses for strike 1. He's hitting .673 on the day, or on the season, excuse me. The 0-1 up the middle again, past the shortstop, and everybody is safe. It was close there for Amir, but he is in at second. 2 on, nobody out, top of the first for Ahmed Khan. Chopper to the first baseman. Actually, the second baseman is going to pick it up, and not in time. Already we have bases loaded, nobody out for Pablo Sanchez. A .697 hitter on the year, looking for a home run. He's been homerless last couple of bats. Here's a pop fly. High center field. Center fielder is back off the wall. She falls down. Amir's in. Pete's coming around to score. He's in. Ahmed is coming around to score. And he will be safe. Stand-up double for Sanchez with 3 RBIs. 3-0 Monsters. Still nobody out. And now Keisha Phillips is up to bat. Fifth batter of the inning, pop fly, deep center field, bonks off the center fielder. Pablo's heading to third, Keisha's heading to second. Pablo's rounding third and heading home. He is safe. And now it is 4-0, Crazy Monsters. And now Stephanie Morgan up to bat, a .488 hitter on the year. Still top of the first. 4-0 with Keisha on second. Abbott's pitch popped up. Everybody goes back. Nobody's covering first, and Stephanie's going to be safe on first. So the first 6 hitters are on safely. Now Tony DeVecchio up to bat. He hits a high fly ball right to center field. And that's going to get down. And that Keisha started to head back. She will now try to head home. No, she's deciding to head back to third wisely. Bases are loaded for the second time in the inning. And we have Jocinda Smith, who hit 2 home runs last game. Up to bat. A .525 hitter. Looking to clear the bases again. No, chops this one on the ground. Pitcher heads home for out number 1. And that's all she'll get. Or he'll get. Earl Abbott, is the pitcher. So 1 out. Jocinda is safe on first on the fielder's choice. And now we have Kenny Galgucci up to bat. He's batting .488 on the year as well. Earl Abbott has only thrown 9 pitches. And he has bases loaded with 4 runs already in. 10th pitch right at the third baseman. It was smoked, but the third baseman made a great catch. And now there's 2 down as the Monsters bat around in the first. Mir Khan now back up to bat for a second time in the first inning. Swings and misses for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low for ball one. 1-1 with 2 outs. Bases are loaded with Monsters. And Amir looks at strike 2 called. 1-2. 2 outs. Top of the first. Amir fouls that one away. And it's 4-0. Again, Sanchez cleared the bases on a double, and Amir strikes out swinging. Monsters score 4 on 8 hits. Now the Hornets are up to bat first. Kenny Kawaguchi, boy, these Hornets don't want to see him, as the last time they saw him, it was a perfect game against them, as Stuart Sullivan looks at strike 1. Kenny gets strike 2 swinging, and Sullivan, a 125 hitter, quickly down 0-2. The 0-2 looked at for strike 3. And now it's Vanna Steinman up to bat, a 205 hitter. So the Hornets, 125-205 to lead off. That one's put into play. Achman has it, no problems, and that's out number 2. Now Frankie Holly up to bat, a 212 hitter. So everybody right at the Mendoza line for the Hornets. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Quickly 0-2. And here's the 0-2. Fouled away. And the count holds at 1-2. Kenny working on pitch number 8 of the inning. Swung and missed for strike 3. And Frankie Holly goes down on strikes. And the Hornets go down in order. Now up to bat for the Monsters to start the second is Pete Wheeler, who swings and misses for strike 1. He singled on his last at-bat in the top of the first. He puts a good hit on that one, and it's to the shortstop who can't get it in time. Pete's rounding first, heading to second. He's there safely. Now he's going to head to third. And he will be heading back to second. And out. He tried to stretch a double into a triple, and that's the second time in 2 games he's been caught doing it. As Ahmed puts a charge into this one to left field directly, one hops the ball, heading from first to second. And after he saw what happened to be, he goes right back to first. Smart move. Again, with Pablo Sanchez up to bat, you don't want to take the bat out of his hands. Laces one up the middle right at the second baseman, who runs and touches the bag in time. Ahmed's out, but Pablo is safe, and now he's there standing on second as the ball went out of play. Keisha. Now this is a familiar sighting, as Pablo was standing on second last inning when Keisha was up to bat. She's quickly down 0-1 though. But makes contact with this one straight to center field. That's going to one-hop the fence again. Such power these Monsters have. And Keisha's going to head back to first. Center fielder hit her cutoff person, holding Keisha to the single. Runners on the corner, 2 outs for Stephanie Morgan. Can the Monsters continue the trend and put some damage on the board with 2 outs? Stephanie fouled it away, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 tapped at the plate, and she's going to be out by a good step. So no runs on 3 hits for the Monsters, and now Diana Hayes up to bat. Looks at ball 1 from Kenny Kawaguchi. Kenny has his pitch, throws it, Ball 2. So for the first time in a long time, Kenny is down 0-2. Here he goes with the slow pitch. Chopped to Ahmed in time to step on the base for out number 1. Grace Tipton, the center fielder that's been having problems defensively, looks at strike 1. She's a .243 hitter on the year. The zigzag pitch is called for strike 2. 0-2 on Tipton. And Kawaguchi looking for strikeout number 3. He has his pitch. Swung on and missed. And Grace Tipton goes down swinging here in the second. Now it's Earl Abbott, the pitcher. He is batting .406 on the season. Grounds it to Ahmed. Ahmed is there in time by a step and a half. And that's another 3 up, 3 down inning for Kenny. Now Tony DeVecchio steps up to bat. First pitch fouled straight back. Tony is hitting .439 on the year. 1 for 1 in the first inning. Fouls that one straight back. So now, top of the third, leadoff man is DeVecchio. Looks at ball 1. Earl Abbott is at 26 pitches with 1 strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and fouled away again. Tony's getting a piece of it, but not enough to put it in play. Now here's the 1-2. Fouled again. Really battling against Abbott. The 1-2. Right to the center fielder. She backs up a couple of feet and makes the catch for out number 1. Good battle goes to the pitcher, however. Jocinda Smith, who's 1 for 1 today, up to bat. Looks at strike 1, just caught the outside corner. Earl Abbott's already at 30 pitches on the game as Smith swings and misses it for strike 2. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Ball outside, just outside for ball 1. Count goes to 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. In play, line drive, just over the fence for a home run. Jocinda Smith, have yourself the last couple of games. Home run makes it 5-0. Now Kenny's up to bat. Looks at ball 1. And now Star Moonbeam is up to pitch as Earl Abbott heads out. First pitch by Moonbeam as Kenny will be safe. Just safe. They were playing him in. Center fielder has an arm. And now it's Amir Khan, whose first 2 plate appearances happened all the way back in the first inning. Here we are in the third. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. First pitch put into play, past the first baseman, past the right fielder. Kenny rounds second, heading to third. Amir heads second, and will wisely go back to first. Runners are now on the corners for the Monsters. Again, have something cooking here in the third for Pete Wheeler, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Amir looking to go. But Pete puts it in play right at the second baseman. Kenny's heading home. And he'll be in a rundown and tagged out for a double play to end the inning. Line drive to the catcher. And now we have the Hornets batting here in the bottom of the third. Moonbeam, the pitcher, up the bat. Second Hornets batter pops it up. Rounds first, heading to second. And she falls, and Jocinda tags her out. Again, didn't cheese it. She just decided to go for second. Esther French, the first baseman, swings and misses. She's hitting .321 on the season. Bottom of the third, down by 5. They need something going for them. As French chops it right to Amir, to Ahmed for out number 2. Now George Coleman, a .296 hitter. Bottom of the third, Coleman grounds it right to Pete, to Ahmed in plenty of time. 3 up, 3 down. And for the Hornets and as a whole, Kenny has seen 27 Hornets and put 27 down. Going back to their last game where they won 11-0. Here's Ahmed, 2 for 2 for the day. First pitch swinging, and it's right laced up the middle. And he's heading to second. And he will be now in a pickle. But the the person covering second does not throw it. So he's able to head back to first in time for Pablo Sanchez, who has 2 doubles on the day. That's a high fly ball, left center field. Nobody's catching that. Goodbye, baseball. A 2-run home run for Pablo Sanchez, or in his native language, adios, pelota. As Keisha fouls this one away. She's 2 for 2. Double and a single. And swung on a miss, and it's 0-2. And got called out. Just clipped the plate for out number 1. Stephanie Morgan now up to bat. She's 1 for 2. Swings and misses for strike 1. Top of the fourth, 7-0 Monsters over the Hornets. I don't know why I tried to give the Hornets 7 runs there. 0-2 count. And Morgan strikes out swinging, so Moonbeam has her groove going, striking out the last 2 hitters. Now DeVecchio steps up to bat. Swings and misses for strike 1. Puts this one into play. Hop, hop, fly. And it just lands foul. The catcher couldn't handle it. So now Tony looks at 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Pop up to the right fielder. Has it, and that's 3 outs. So Stuart Sullivan steps up to bat again. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Looks at strike 1. One of Kenny's only 3 strikeouts on the day. Here's the 0-1. Swung and missed for strike 2. Now looking at the 0-2. Swung and missed, and Sullivan strikes out for the second time today. .22 pitches, 4 strikeouts for Kenny as Vanna Steinman is up to bat. Fouls it away. Hornets need something going for them as they have 1 out in the bottom of the fourth and down by a considerable amount, as that is fouled away for strike 2. Crazy Ball got a piece of the Crazy Ball. The 0-2. Put in play, but Kenny is right there to make the catch. Out number 2. And Frankie Holly, the left fielder. Now up to bat. He laces it to his left fielder counterpart, Pablo. Gets it in time. Throws it to Jocinda. To Pete. To Amir. They're going to go around the horn. To Ahmed. Back to Jocinda. To Ahmed for the out. Go. I want to say 8-4-5-2-3-4-3. Not sure on that though. Again, that's only if you're a nerd like I am and score baseball games. Looks at or swings at strike one. Count evens up at 1. Here in the top of the 5th. Swung and missed for strike 2. And Jocinda looks at ball 2. Count evens back up for her. She's 2 for 2 on the day with a home run and a single. That's a high fly ball left field and get out the tape measure. Long gone. Jocinda Smith with a solo shot. Her second on the day. Again, the last 2 days she's been crushing the baseball. Kenny fouls that one away. 8-0 now for the pitcher. Looks at ball 1. So the lead is extended by a run off of that solo shot by Jocinda. Moonbeam to Kawaguchi, laces it over, but caught by the second baseman. Now Amir Khan up to bat, 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles to his name. Is it 3 for 4? Lands, and he will be there in time. So yes, it is 3 for 4 for Amir, doing what the leadoff hitter should do. And Pete Wheeler 1 for 4. Is that another glitch on the day? 1 for 4 with the lone single. Now it's 0-2. In play, Pete's going to be safe on first as Amir is thrown out at second. Second baseman had a chance to either throw him out or tag him out. Chose for the throwing option. Out either way, and now Ahmed's up. 3 for 3 on the day. So yeah, another glitch. Hurts the Monsters' batting average as Pete steals second. Yeah, no surprise on Pete stealing second, but the fact that he's now considered 2 for 5 is weird. The 1-0. Laced right to the shortstop for out number 3. They only scratch one across on the solo shot by Jocinda Smith. 8-0 the score for the Monsters. Bottom of the 5 now. And Diana Hayes swings and misses for strike 1. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the 0-1. Swung and missed for strike 2. Now 0-2. What can she do? Well, she puts it in play, right to Pete, to Ahmed for out number 1. And Kenny is still rolling. No pun intended. As Grace Tipton now up to bat, she laces it right to Stephanie, and she makes a great play. Now Earl Abbott up to bat. Abbott pops it up. Stephanie again makes a fantastic play. And just like that, 3 up, 3 down for the Hornets. So Sanchez fouls it away. He's 3 for 3 on the day. Looking at the 0-1. To right center. Second baseman can't get there. 1 hops the fence. Pablo's already standing at second. Maybe thinking 3. No. He'll stay right there on second and have Keisha Phillips step up to bat. She's 2 for 3 on the day. Swings and misses for strike 1. Top of the sixth, 8-0 Monsters. Runner on second. Keisha swings and misses for strike two. Nobody out, by the way. Here's the 0-2. Left center field. Or straight left field. Off the fence on the fly. Pablo at third. Now he's trying to head home. And wisely backs it back up to third. Runners now on the corner. For Stephanie Morgan. Looking to do damage. This is her type of game. 1 for 3 on the day. Looking to do damage with runners on the base paths. Swings and misses for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Right to the shortstop, playing in the 5-hole. Gets Keisha out at first, but Pablo comes in. So give Stephanie a fielder's choice and an RBI. 9-0 Monsters. Now to Vecchio up to bat. He fouls that straight back towards us. 0-1 the count. Stephanie Morgan on first. To left field. In the air. Left fielder can't make the play. Falls down. Stephanie rounding second, heading to third. Tony slips on first. And we'll head back there. Back to having the runners on the corners with less than 2 outs. And Jocinda Smith up to bat. Here's the first pitch. Outside, called for ball one. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1, or the 1-0. In play, left center, and off the wall on the flies. Here comes Morgan coming around to score. Vecchio rounding second, heading to third. The shortstop spikes it into the ground and then throws it to third baseman, not in time. 10-0 Monsters, and here's Calgucci. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Takes ball one high, 1-0. Still 1 out, 10-0, runners on first and third. And he looks at ball 2. 2-0, Star Moonbeam is looking at pitch number 42. And that's going to be high for ball 3. 3-0 on the pitcher for the Monsters. Here's the pitch. And that's just high for ball number 4. And we get our first on-camera walk. Our first actual walk was against the Monsters. And again, we beat them so badly I didn't want to put that up on the game. Or up on the series. Here's Amir. 3 for 4 on the day. Looks at ball 1 by Stuart Sullivan. Bases are loaded with Monsters. 1 out. The 1-0. Fouled away. And yes. Fouled away. So the count evens at 1. Amir has 3 singles to his name. Swings and misses for strike 2. And now Sullivan has him where he wants it. As we look at the 1-2. In play. Fly ball. Drops right in front of the center fielder. Kenny's going to be out at second. Tony comes around to score, though. So, great piece of hitting by Amir. Unfortunately, Kenny is out at second. Pete puts a high fly ball to the right fielder here. Falls. Jocinda rounding third and heading home. Pete heading to second on the play. In time, Pete has his first extra base hit on the day. And it's 12-0, still with 2 outs. Again, the Monsters doing damage with 2 outs. Name a better pair. Ahmed, fly ball, deep left center, right at the fence. Amir comes around to score. Pete's coming around to score. Easily. And Ahmed standing on second. 14-0 now. It's like peanut butter and jelly, I swear to goodness. They're just that good with 2 outs in an inning. Sanchez looks at ball 1. Now here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Pablo, 4 for 4 on the day with a home run and 3 doubles. The 1-1. Fly ball, center field. Gets down, 1 hops the fence. And it glitched into the fence, so Pablo's going to get a second home run. It's sad, but unfortunately, that's the only way to get this game moving. Is when the ball glitches into the fence like that, is just to keep running the bases. No one put their hands up for a ground rule double, so we'll take it. And Sullivan is out after 9 pitches as Vanna Steinman steps up to bat. Kisa chops this to the shortstop, gets past her into center field. She rounds first, heading to second. And in there in time. So she picks up an extra base hit. Stephanie, 2 for 4 on the day. Swings and misses on the big freeze. 16-0 the score for the Monsters. Morgan chops it right at the plate, and she will be safe as they try to throw it to second. I don't get the game's AI on this, to be completely honest. At any rate, Tony swings and misses for strike 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. And now it's 1-1. The 1-1 count. DeVecchio to right center field. High fly ball, and it is not out of here. Scrapes against the wall. Keisha comes around to score, and Stephanie heads to third. So now it is 17-0 Monsters. And Big Bad Jocinda up to bat. She is 4 for 4 on the day. 2 home runs, 2 singles. Not going to be either one of those, as that's popped up to the third baseman and he makes the catch. They stop the bleeding, but 9 come around to score. It is 17-0. A Star Moonbeam, who's been at a couple different positions, bunts. Kenny picks it up in time and throws it to Ackman in time for out number 1. Esther French now steps up, grounds it right back up to Kenny, back to Ackman for out number 2. George Coleman stepping up to bat again. 0 for 1 on the day, swings and misses for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Called outside for ball 1. It evens it out at 1-1. Here we go, the 1-1. Laced up the middle, caught by Kenny. And once again, Kenny Kawaguchi with the perfect game. So yeah, like I said, another perfect game for Kenny. Amir goes 4 for 5. Pete goes 3 for 6. Ahmed 4 for 5. Pablo perfect 5 for 5. Keisha 4 for 5. Stephanie 3 for 5. Tony 3 for 5. And again, 18 up, 18 down for Kenny Kawaguchi. Another perfect game. Both games against the Hornets have been perfectos. And let's see how this kind of affected the ERA for all those that faced. Earl had the best ERA, followed by Grace. Stewart had an 18 ERA, with Frankie had a 22.5 on the season. So yeah, again, perfect game for the Monsters. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the league. The Giants beat the Rockets 5-1. The Sox lose to the Wombats 1-0 in a pitcher's duel. And the Millenheads fall to the Bombers 4-3. So, we wrap up that game 12-0 on the season. The Hornets fall to 6-6. That's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Another perfect game for Kenny Kawaguchi. That will do it. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.